Alright, starting day 7. Back behind me is the road. First obstacle, I had to crawl under a place and go through some stickers to get by this one. It was not easily managed by climbing over. Anyway, that's where I came from, on my hands and knees, and this is where I'm going. The goal today is 12 miles to a possible campsite. It's not a shelter, but a possible place to camp, and then that would only leave me 10 miles tomorrow to finish around the 100-mile mark. Okay, this one is much more manageable. I can sneak under it, reverse limbo, no problem. Just wanted to mention also that although it's only about 60, maybe 57, today is the first day I really had a problem with mosquitoes. Had to stop, get out my repellent real quick. Let's see if I can get under this pack behind me. It's pretty high. Oh! Hope I didn't knock anything off. I don't see anything. All right, yes, got out my repellent, sprayed all down good. So far, so good. First time I've had to use it. I was thinking about next time not bringing it because it's just more weight, but whew, I'm glad I had it today. Okay, it looks like when you're coming up on this bridge, actually you can walk all over there and over the bridge, that this thing drops off, and so you have to go the road. But I started to do that and looked over and said, oh, no you don't. So I walked back over, and they've made this old railroad crossing. Woo, that's a little wobbly. Wobbly. Damn. Okay, let me see what we got here. I don't think I'm gonna fall through. Oh no, I'll walk on the cracks just to make sure. Awesome. Oops. All right. I'm only about 2 miles in, probably about another 10 to go. And I've been slow going because of those damn rocks. That must be old railroad bed rocks. This is obviously an old railroad bed, but the railroad goes another direction back in Hampton, so this is been a long time since there's ever been a railroad. Oh, look at you, Mr. Basset Hound. You are a pretty dog. Hi. Hey, it's okay. Yeah. Yep. I'm glad there's a fence there, but you know what? You look like a pretty dog. Yes, you do. Try to be nice. Maybe if you're nice and they do get through that fence, they won't bite me. Well, this old railroad bed with these rocks have gone for miles, and it's really, really tough on my feet. I wish I had those little steel inserts. I've got to watch where I step. I use my poles because every once in a while I'll step on something sharp and have to shift my weight over to a pole. But beats road walking on a road with cars. Hopefully dip back into the woods eventually. But right now, I'm probably making, when I'm in these rocks, 1.5 miles an hour at best. Without the rocks in sections that aren't too bad, maybe a little over 2.5 miles an hour. So hard to judge where I can be at any given point at this point in time. So I was walking along, I knew it was coming up, but I missed this turn and went over 1/10 of a mile down, so probably about a 1/4 mile round trip that I didn't need to do on these damn rocks. We're getting off of this whatever it is, Lake Butler Trail, whatever it is, and now going through this pasture right through here. Easy to miss. Just got off that railroad trail. So glad to be off of it. Into this pasture, and you see the orange blazes. So let's see what this brings us. There's a campsite up here. Looks like a picnic table, designated as some type of camping. I don't think they've got water, but I'm not ready to camp anyway. My goal was 12 miles. But it's kind of a pretty area. There's the woods there, but right now we're going through kind of a pasture area. Oh my gosh, I am back in the woods again. Oh, I love the woods. The railroad was way better than road walking, but this is way better than railroad, especially with those damn rocks. All right, happy times are here again. Yes, this is much more like it. That's where I came from, and this is where I'm going. Much more forested. I do hear some road traffic in the background, but this is what I really like. Alright, it's the first one of these stepovers I've had for, well, not on this trip at all. Cool. We'll see how strong. Oh, I may need both hands for this. All right, I'm now in Camp Blanding. So hopefully, what time is it? Almost 4, 10 till. Hopefully within the next half hour I'll be able to find where I'm going to be able to camp tonight. Alright, I came from back that way. I'm on Fort Blandy. Look at this little lake. This is a place that has a possibility for camping. Looks great. I'm going to pass it up and another third of a mile, maybe half a mile to most, less than half a mile, to another place that, oh my, look at this. Oh, I might be screwing up. In theory, I could come back, but the other place has a shelter and I think running water instead of having a filter. But this place looks great. Man, it's perfect. Perfect for hammocking. Looks like some places anyway. All right, I'm going to go for it though. Walked in from there. These old buildings, evidently used in part of the filming of G.I. Jane. This is an old segregated park from many years ago. Nobody around here. I'm in Fort, I don't know what fort this is, Benning or whatever, but I'm in a shelter and there's rain predicted, so I am tickled. Hope nobody runs me off. Alright, filter my water from the lake. There's the lake. I'm in a shelter. It's not a camping shelter, but water has a little color to it. It's finally about 6:30 in the morning and it is cold. I don't know if you can hear the wind. It is howling. It reminds me of the way Hurricane Charlie was. I'm laying in my hammock and I'm in my 55-degree hammock and it's like 44 outside with the wind chill down in the mid-30s. And the wind is blowing off of that lake. Luckily, I also have my little quilt that I have on top of me. So I've been okay. I haven't been hypothermic or anything. So the sun's getting close to coming up finally. It was a tough night. The wind's just blowing this hammock all around. In a way, it's kind of neat, but I mean, it's just like rocking back and forth.
So, survived the night. They do have some old restrooms that are, they're not restrooms really. There's like old showers that have been abandoned for years, and they're all messed up. But I might be able to go up in there and make me some coffee and some hot oatmeal, and we'll see. I don't know if you can hear that. If you can't, turn the volume up. But that wind is just whipping off of that lake up this hill into this, underneath this shelter. Thank heaven I got this shelter last night, although it is very windy. It at least kept the rain off. Imagine wet rain on top of all this. It would be horrible. All right,